Oh yeah, Deranged Duncan here with another video. First time in a while, and guess what? I got a new camera on this, so hopefully the quality shows. Anyway, lots of weirdness going on, lots of wrestling. The reason I say weirdness, because who knows what's going to be in this video. Might have some wrestling highlights from Fist tonight. I mean, there is a last motherfucker standing match. There's a San Diego street fight match. Man, oh man. Charger stuff in the background. They're suddenly tied for first place with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. What the fuck is happening? It's been a weird football season, I'll tell you that. Did not expect that with the way the Chargers started off 0-4, but hey, just goes to show you, any given Sunday, just like any given video with me, you never know what the fuck's gonna happen, right? Anyway, time to show you everything I got at Rise 6, Rise 6.5, and AWS. Again, no presents for Christmas. Final battle. Mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, great 3 wrestling shows last week. Got to see Medusa and Bull Nakano in the same building all those nights. Oh my fucking god, it was reliving a childhood. And then to see them step in the ring and interfere in matches and do some shit. Wow. I couldn't record at those shows because of copyright, so I am gonna buy the DVDs and Blu-rays, which I suggest you do as well. Rise, AWS, check them out. Facebook. They got websites. Smart Mark Video, I believe, has got a deal with them now. Holy shit, women's wrestling right now is just on fire. That's all I can say. It's crazy. Alright? And now let's get to all the merchandise I got from there, and from a full moon signing event at Dark Delicacies called It Came From the Video Aisle. Man, there's a lot of shit going on in this video, isn't there? Probably more. Look out. Oh yeah, this happened right here. Holy crap. A signed 8x10 from Rise Brutality by the one and only Alundra Blayze, aka Medusa, and Bull Nakano. Right there. Holy shit, man. It was just insane being in the same room at the same time with these 2 legendary athletes. Man, oh man. Speaking of legendary athletes, there was a Love Thy Neighbor toy drive that just happened recently in San Diego, and I met somebody, Mr. 619, if you will, along with some highlights from free SoCal Pro matches that night, too. Oh, flying forearm by Hunter Freeman, formerly of PBR, Party Brawling and Wrestling. Oh! Couldn't channel the Undertaker there. Oh! Said it was an undertaking. Oh. Everett Scott causing trouble. But he's manager of a champion. Oh, what has Hunter Freeman got set up here? Oh, he's positioning him. Ricky Mandel staggering. Oh. Gets greeted hard, the rude way, I should say. Good night. Oh, Mike Camden and Red Stanley going at it. Match number 2. Hogan Andre. Irish whip into the corner. Champion of Beards, Mike Camden setting up Red Stanley. Oh, to no avail. Woo, got some wrestling in the ring right here. Rey Mysterio right over there doing the signing. Oh man, getting close. So there it was, the Rey Mysterio meet and greet at Love Thy Neighbor's Toy Drive. Had Rey Mysterio sign 2 DVDs, the first one being ECW One Night Stand from 2005, which super crazy had signed. Now, Rey Mysterio is on there, and I had him sign One Night Stand 2006, which super crazy also signed. Fucking awesome. And now here's some highlights from Fist Combat's Fist Mania, which featured some Legos and some other insane shit. Check it out.
She's way bigger! She's way bigger! You people! She's way bigger! Get out of here! Hey! Now, listen, you people, shut your mouths! Sour
about to feel the love.
Here we go.
Good night.
Referee!
Uno. Stop that. Oh! Vincent Vega flying onto Jules Winfield. Not once, but twice. Oh, the Gimp is here! The Gimp! Oh, it's the Gimp!
My name is Dirty Ron McDonald, and I usually come here to do three things. Number one, I came here to get fucked up.
Yeah!
Number two, I came here to fuck somebody up, And number three, when I'm done with that, I'm fucking everybody's girlfriend.
Oh, Legos Ultra Violence and Fist Combat! Oh, shit! Oh! Damn! Superplex on the Legos! Oh, look out! Oh, someone's... Oh, look out! Uh-oh! Oh, not the blast! Oh, Pescado attempt, but they caught Lusto. There goes Luster. Fuck. Oh, shit, getting a kick out of this over here. Oh, you're next, George. Oh, right in front of us here. Oh, you see that? Oh, shit. Oh, you can hear that! Oh, shit! What's going on? Someone's about to have a seat.
That's my seat.
That's George's seat.
That's my seat.
Oh, being Superman. Taking the fist combat pistol and knocking out both combatants.
Bro, you need a beer.
Do your job, brother.
Oh, we got a screw job. No! No!
Wait, that.
Oh! Well. Sorry, I was just watching some Joel Gertner promos there because he's going to be in the LA area, but I'm not going to be able to go. But I was in LA last week. Quadruple shot weekend. Holy shit. This was on Sunday. There was a signing event for It Came from the Video Aisle. Basically, a book documenting the history of Full Moon. Oh, are you shocked? I got some signatures on this motherfucker. That's right. We got Ted Newsom over here. We've got Tim Thomerson, Ted Nicolau, Mike Deek, Dave Parker, Kenneth J. Hall, Sam Irvin. My God, so many legends from Full Moon's past. John Ellis, C. Courtney Joyner. Who's who? Even David Sterling. He's mentioned in this book. Hey, now. But yeah, this is a follow-up to Empire of the Beast, so it's going to basically document the history of the Full Moon era as far as Charles Band's career goes, so I'm looking forward to this. And now it's just covered up in all the signatures. I've read up to when the Paramount split happened in the mid-90s. It's a very, very interesting read and cool hearing stories. I can't wait for the interview portions because this book is thick and jam-packed with all kinds of goodies. Oh yeah, John Lachago, he slipped me some Killjoy stuff in there. But that's not the only thing I got signed at this event. No. I don't go to Full Moon events at Dark Delicacies and just get one thing signed. Oh no. Oblivion. Look at all those names that are in this movie. Great, Scotty! Of course, if you've seen this movie, you would know why. Had it signed by Julie Newmar back in my first Kamikaze in 2012. This time I got it signed by the director, Sam Irvin. I love this movie. Cowboys vs. Aliens is essentially what it is. It's so weird. Awesome character, Red Eye, played by Andrew Divoff. Yeah, I got a problem. Yeah. It's one of his quotes, sorry. Love this movie, and I also got the sequel signed by the director, Sam Urban. Backlash, Oblivion 2. This all happened during the split with Paramount and Full Moon, so the fact that these were even made is amazing. Saw Killjoy on the cover now. John LaChiaco, the director of Killjoy Psycho Circus, signed this. It's recently signed by Batty Boop herself, Victoria DeMar. So I had to get Killjoy Psycho Circus signed by the director. Big Killjoy fan. Next up, Tourist Trap. Previously had it signed by Charles Band. This time I had it signed by Ted Nicolau, director of Subspecies. He was an editor on this movie back in the day. He also was an editor on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was stupid for not bringing that to him. From my Full Moon Archive box set, Robot Wars. Had it signed by Chris Endicott, who did some of the visual effects and designs, telling me some cool stories about, this robot right here. I would keep on collapsing every time it was trying to get the shots established. Always cool hearing stories. This is why I love Full Moon History. One of my favorite movies is Full Moon History, Demonic Toys. I already had it signed by Richard Band. I had it signed this time by the effects artist, Mike Deek. K&B Effects. Oh, yeah. Big time fan of Demonic Toys. And I even told Mike Deek that I love this movie. He goes, why? This movie's just cheesy fun. Alright, it's a lot of Baby Oopsie Daisy, freaking Jack Attack, Grizzly. I mean, this movie is just so much fun to watch. So cheesy. And yeah, it's part of my Full Moon Archive collection. The Dead Hate the Living is another one I got signed by the director, Dave Parker. It's a unique zombie movie. Very, very different from what you would expect. It's fun. It's unique. I'd say definitely check out The Dead Hate the Living. And then I had Tim Thomerson sign my Dollman DVD. I had him sign my other Dollman DVD from the archive collection, but I figured, I got this standalone. Let me get this one signed by him. And he signed it twice because he wasn't sure if the gold would show up there, so he signed it right there, which is perfect. Tim Thomerson as Brick Bardo, 13 inches with an attitude. Jackie Earle Haley, Rorschach from Watchmen fame, is also in this. Big fan of Dollman. And then, last but not least, for Full Moon autographs, I got Arcade, signed by Daniel Schweiger, who did some producing on this. And man, oh man, rare autograph for a Full Moon film, an older one like this one. Gotta love it. Arcade's a fun one. It's got a use of CGI. I'm not a big fan of CGI, but back then, it was kind of essential for a movie like this because it was, early types of its kind. So it worked. And Arcade is a fun little film. Very different. But you gotta love the old days of Full Moon. But before Full Moon, there was also some wrestling that went on that weekend. Oh man, we got some wrestling to go through here. That badass picture that I took with all the ladies of AWS and Rise, because AWS and Rise had a double shot weekend, so let's get through it. We have AWS, Women's Tournament number 5. I added his signature. It was previously signed by Shotzi Blackheart, now this time signed by the Wounded Owl, Lou Fisto. Tremendous show. You can get this, I think, at smartmarkvideo.com. If not, contact Bart on Facebook. You gotta love AWS. They bring everything, bring you all kinds of talent all throughout the country, even the world. And you get to see it. Local independent shows. Fucking awesome. Here was my very first AWS show I ever attended. For the fans, the 14-year anniversary show. AWS was on a hiatus for a while. This was their return show in 2016. Oh man, what an experience. My first AWS show, and man, oh man, I was hooked. Great main event there between Tyler Bateman, Willie Mack, and Brian Cage. This was a show I attended in August of this year. Caged Hate, man, oh man. It featured the AWS and I believe even SoCal debut of Priscilla Kelly, Hell's favorite harlot. Also had the debut of, actually not the debut, but I think it was the second appearance of Super Beast that you see pictured up there, but Mercedes Martinez, the Latina sensation. One of her appearances, you could see her in the Mae Young Classic and some NXT. But this was all about the big cage match between Tyler Bateman and bad dude Tito Escondido. Oh, man. And then here's AWS Lethal Lottery number 4, where they would put names in a hat, so to speak, or a bucket, and fans would draw those names at random. So a lot of these matches, or I should say about 4 or 5 of these matches, were selected at random by fans. Other matches were already booked on there, like Nicole Savoy versus Reyes. Nicole Savoy you could also see in the Mae Young Classic. Man, oh man, and oh yeah, Leva Bates, dressed as Chucky on this show. You may know her as Blue Shoes, or Blue Pants, I should say. Blue Shoes, that's an Elvis song. Blue Pants from NXT. So there you go. Can't believe I said Blue Shoes. That's stupid. Speaking of blue, more Blu-rays right here. Rise. Let's get through it. I already have Rise 2, which I attended. I also have the very first Rise show. So here's Rise 3. Medic. Look at that. You got a dog collar match between Shotzi Blackheart and Angel Dust, who's now just known as Dust ever since going under the possession of Rosemary, the demon assassin. Oh, yeah. Gotta love Rise. Can't wait to see what Rise Medic is all about. Rise 4, Warriors Rise. That's right. They went to the UK. Man, oh man, what a roster there. Norwich in the UK there. Man, women's wrestling just hot right now. You gotta love it. It's at its peak. And here's the 5th Rise event, Rising Sun. Japanese superstars, I'm guessing, were on this one. I haven't really read through this one. Shame on me, but I had to get it though. Yeah, looks like it. That's why. There you go. You got Aja Kong. Oh man, childhood. But I got this mainly because, I had to get every Rise show when I was there. And here's a show called Gain. This took place after Rise 2, and Kevin Harvey, the promoter of Rise, told me how this show almost killed the company, but at the same time, changed and kind of helped save the company. He said if it wasn't for a tax return that week, Rise would have been out of business. But Gain has Michael Elgin, all kinds of names on there. Fascinating history looking at Rise. And then there was some more bought at Rise. Lufisto's Hardcore Hits #1. I already had Volume 2, and I was blown away by what was on that, so I had to get some more of the Wounded Owl stuff here on DVD. Got that. And Lufisto Best of Volume 3. And the reason why I got this, well, she said in her match versus Joey Ryan, that's the first person to ever take the penis spot. Oh, God. So it'll be interesting to see how that was. But Lufisto is a total badass. And last but not least, Stardom USA Tour. There you go. Kairi Hojo, now known as Kairi Sane in NXT, won the Mae Young Classic. She's on this, as well as many of the other greats like Thunder Rosa. You got Datura, Mia Yim. Shayna Baszler recently signed a WWE deal. She's on this. Chris Wolf, who just won the AWS Women's title, pictured here. So there you go. Got it autographed there by cheerleader Melissa and Chris Wolf. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But there's more from that weekend. Oh, man. Yeah, more it is. We got the autograph 8x10 by one Toni Storm. She is a phenomenal wrestler. I'll tell you what. She's very young, too, so she's got a long, promising career ahead of her. You've probably seen her perform in the Mae Young Classic. I was fortunate enough to see her in 3 matches last weekend at Rise 6, Rise 6.5, and AWS. Again, no presents for Christmas. Man, oh man. But Toni Storm, really cool, tremendous wrestler, bright future ahead. If you ever get a chance to meet her, do so. She is awesome. I even got this trading card here of Dust because she fought Lufisto in a barbed wire bat match. Shows her stats there, titles that she's won. It's a Shimmer Volume 1 trading card there. Sorry, it's a little out of focus. But Dust, pretty damn good wrestler, and only getting better. Gotta love it. I mean, hell, I think she's going to be in a TLC match in Ohio. And, before that, let me just remind everybody, if you're going to be in the SoCal area, March 3rd, 2018, you want to see an all-women's hardcore tournament? There you go, the Goddess of Gore. And on the back of that, a show I plan to be at in January, on the 27th to be exact, the day before Day of the Scream Queens, UEW Sovereign of Slaughter 3. Oh man, gotta love me some deathmatch tournaments. Fuck yeah. And I also got this special sticker right here, and even says so on there. A Bull Nakano special sticker. God, love Bull Nakano. This was just trippy. Being in the same place at the same time with Bull Nakano and Alundra Blayze, aka Medusa, seeing the feud relived from my childhood. I happened to get this shirt at AWS and Rise last week. Lufisto, the Wounded Owl. She is hardcore. She happened to fight, like I said earlier, Dust in a barbed wire bat match. Lufisto, awesome. And she popped her eardrum at AWS during that match, so speedy recovery to the Wounded Owl. Lufisto, you are awesome. I also happen to get this shirt from Lufisto, Wounded Owl University. Oh yeah, she's been going at it over a long time against hardcore legends like John Zandig, Sexy Eddie. Man, all I could say is, don't mess with the Wounded Owl. She's one badass.